Hi everyone, I'm just doing a quick intro to tell you that this was the live that I did on Instagram at 1 o'clock today. If you want to see what products I used or get more details, I will be posting the details later on, so keep an eye on that description bar. And any questions, do let me know. All right, hope you enjoy my live stream. Hello everyone, and I hope you can join me today. I hope by now Instagram are telling you that I've just gone live. So I'm just going to carry on with my skincare because as you can see, I'm looking very, very pigmented. Hello Jess, my pigmentation is coming out big time and I know why. I keep falling asleep on the settee and waking up like in the morning when the sun is already out. So I'm getting the sun on my face before my sunscreen. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to put sunscreen on before I go to bed, just in case I fall asleep on the settee again. Hello, nice to see you. So I'm just going to finish off with my skincare. I've done all my moisturiser and stuff, and I've done my eye cream, but I wanted to use this, which I got recently, which is called SkinCeuticals Mineral Eye UV Defense. Now you do need to put eye cream on underneath this because this isn't going to give you moisture at all, but it is going to give you some protection. Hello Pamela. Ooh, yeah, I'll sleep in a Charlotte Tilbury mask. That's a good idea. So I was just saying, Pamela, that I keep falling asleep on the sofa right next to the window. Hence my pigmentation is coming out, even though I'm really careful with sunscreen. So I might actually put some sunscreen on at night before I fall asleep on the sofa. But anyway, I wanted to try this. I was interested to try it because it is a specific eye cream with SPF in it and you can use it on your lids. Now, it's not moisturising. Hello, Primissima. Nice of you to join me. But I'll tell you why it's not moisturising. I kind of get it. Now, if I just put some, it looks quite sort of powdery. It's got a strange texture, but I understand why. Let me just put some. Look. I understand why. So it's got a bit of mica in it. It's got a powdery texture. And the reason for that is that they guarantee... Hello, CJ Jackie. I'll wave to you too. Is because they guarantee that it won't go into your eyes. It won't transmit into your eyes. And it doesn't. So it's a bit like putting it's weird. It's a bit like putting powder on. And it does a little bit of colour correcting. So, but it definitely gives you some protection around the eyes, which is great because I've got a lot of sun damage around my eyes and my eyes are really sensitive, and if anything gets into my eyes they water. So I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. You might come in and out, right? No worries, don't worry about that, just stay with me. What I'm going to do at the end of this is I'm going to save my live and put it on YouTube. So you can't see the comments, the live comments. You see, it does make me look a bit white, but don't worry too much because I haven't put my foundation on and it's giving me nice sun protection there. Yeah, and I will put it on YouTube later on. Now, the other sunscreen I got, the reason I got that is because this sunscreen is quite good, but if you get it near your eyes, it stings. And I was given a sample of it, and I bought the full size, and it's called Freezyderm. I've been testing out all sorts of sunscreens lately. Now, it's actually clear. It's if anybody's tried Daniel Sandler's primer, or the Benefit one, which is called, what's it called? No Pores or whatever. Perfect. It's very similar. It's got a silicone kind of base to it, so it's very slidey. And it's a sunscreen. So it's great to use as a sunscreen and a primer. And it's completely clear. But don't get it near your eyes because it stings. Boy, does it sting. All right. So that is called Freezyderm, and they do it in SPF 30 and SPF 50. And your foundation will go on like a dream because of the base. It kind of evens out pores. The only thing you've got to watch is if you put on a very oily moisturiser and it hasn't sunk in enough, it kind of reacts with the silicone and you start getting pilling. So make sure that your moisturiser is completely blended in. So I'm just putting some of that down on my neck as well. But it is a very, very good bait. And don't rub it too much either. My neck's pilling anyway at the moment, because I've suddenly started to pay attention to my neck and décolletage, and so it's peeling a lot. So at the moment I probably look a bit weird. I look like I've got two white eyes and the rest of me is a different colour. But that's fine because I'm going to put my foundation on in a minute. Now, before I carry on, I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea. I want to give a big shout out to a specific company. There is nothing in it for me. I just want to repeat, I don't earn any money. I haven't had any freebies from this company. But I like to repay when people actually acknowledge me, right? Because a lot of the time, you'd be surprised. You can go on until the cows come home about certain brands of cosmetics or certain companies, and they never even like one of your posts, right? They never even acknowledge you, let alone like. This company always like anything that I tag them in, often comment, but also they often like posts. They've started to follow me and they often like posts even when I haven't tagged them, but I'm wearing their product, which I think is really great. And I want to give them a shout out because they are good. And it's the company that makes my headbands. Now, the company is called Blomco. If you find that you get headaches when you wear headbands, you won't with these. This company has been a lifesaver to me since last October when I got my foot ulcer, because I haven't been able to wash my hair as much as I would like, and I haven't been able to go for regular haircuts as much as I'd like. So I've been able to put my hair back with headbands. Now, I've tried cheaper brands and they're okay, but they're not the same. And I'll just show you. So you've probably seen these in my videos. I've got this one. I've got a teal one. That one needs to go in the wash. I've got a red one. And yesterday, you'll probably see I was wearing the coral one, which is gorgeous. Somebody commented on it on my video. They're really good. Check them out, blom.co. And I think if you're in the US, you can get money off if you buy two. They're just really comfortable. They comes with a card, shows you all different ways you can wear them. You don't just have to wear them this way. You can wear them back to front. You can twist two together, all sorts of different ways. So I just wanted to say thank you to Blomco just for acknowledging my post. Nothing in it for me to say it, nothing in it for me to sell it, but just for being a considerate and acknowledging me, which is you'd be surprised, is very far and few these days with companies that you talk about on your channel. So thank you, Blomco. Now, moving on. So I'm going to put on some IT Cosmetics CC cream, because I know a lot of you like this, and it's got SPF 50 in it. I still put my SPF underneath because I don't think you apply enough foundation. You shouldn't be applying enough foundation to really do the job properly. You need to be adding a lot more sunscreen than you do foundation. Now, it does look a bit yellow on me when I put it on, but it's fine once it kind of settles in. Now, this is medium tan that I use. And of course, don't forget, my eyes at the moment looking paler than they normally are. So it's going to look a bit weird. But this will give me extra SPF coverage. You'll see when I put it on, I think, oh God, she looks yellow. And then all of a sudden, it just doesn't look bad at all. It's really, when I put my thicker sunscreen on, it actually turns orange for a while. And I love the smell of this foundation. Well, it's not actually a foundation, it's called a CC cream. And it was actually my followers that got me onto this. Jack is home this week on half term, and he's sitting nice and quietly in the background, bless him, watching some telly.
YouTube.
Oh, he's watching some YouTube. And then I'm going to run that down. And as you can see, my chest is always a lot paler than the rest of me. I'll do some of that with a bit of foundation, but the rest of it with bronzer. So there we have it. And because I was using IT, or it, I never know whether I should pronounce it or IT. I think it's it, isn't it?
Itsu.
Itsu. Oh yeah, we're going to go to Itsu, aren't we, soon? We love sushi. It started me using one of the beauty books by It Cosmetics. I got a beauty book at Christmas, which has basically got loads of stuff by It in it. So it's got the Bye Bye Pores powder and the Bye Bye Pores Bye Bye Under Eye. Now, I did buy Bye Bye Under Eye. I did buy Bye Bye Under Eye. But they're very fair. So I bought medium and it was too fair. Then I got the illuminating one in medium to tan. And it arrived yesterday, but I've actually had to email Cult Beauty because it's come out all runny and I know that that's not right. So I think I might have got a bad batch, but I've emailed them to find out. Yes, I buy under eye. So let me put some concealer on first. Now, oh yes, so what I was doing in the meantime, before I get the right one, is I'm taking a little bit of my medium, which you will see if you're interested in this concealer. There's two things you got to keep in mind. Sorry, I've got hair on my nose. One is a very thick consistency, and a lot of people write bad reviews about it, but it's just knowing how to apply it. So you just don't apply it the way that you would a normal concealer. Now, that is medium. Can you see what I mean? Now, normally, I am medium or medium to tan in my foundation, and then either medium or light to medium in my concealer. But there's no way that I could wear that. I would just look startled. So be careful if you are interested in this. It's a really good concealer, but they come up a lot fairer than others, okay? Can you imagine? Medium. Anyway, what I'm going to do, and what I tried the other day, is mixing it with my CC cream. And that shears it out, and it also darkens it up. But if you're applying this on your own, you take a tiny amount, you warm it up in your fingers until it kind of gets a little bit runnier, and then you press it under your eyes. You need a minuscule amount. And what I like about it is it's waterproof. Provided your eyes don't water while you're putting it on, it remains waterproof. And it has got the most supreme coverage. Now, don't forget, this looks like I'm putting on a lot. I've mixed this with my CC cream. don't put this amount on if you're putting it on neat, because it will be too much. Hello, Cricket 94. I'll give you a little wave. So you'll see it's very, very good coverage. Bonjour. Comment ça va? I can speak a little French, but not too much. I can understand more than I can speak, because I have a few fluent speakers in my family. So I understand a lot more if you type in French, but I can't really answer too much. Je ne parle pas beaucoup de français. Parlez-vous lentement, s'il vous plaît? That's what I used to say in France. From Paris. Welcome. Shoshana. Hello, Shoshana. You just missed me talking in French to Cricket 94. I like to have a go, because I think this is going to sound a little bit controversial, but in general, those of us in the UK are not very good at trying to speak other languages. Not all of us, but we have got that reputation, so I like to try. Okay, I'm very trying, as anyone that knows me well knows. So this is Bye Bye Under Eye mixed with my CC cream, because otherwise it was too light. And Shoshana, I was just explaining that I bought that CC. Is it the same in the US? Yeah. I bought the Bye Bye Under Eye illuminating one, and it arrived yesterday, and it's runny. And I thought there is something wrong here. So it's gone back in the box, and I've emailed Cult Beauty to find out if that's right, because I'm sure it's not. And it may just be that it was stored in a hot place and it just needs to go in the fridge. But I thought I'd get their advice before I use it anymore. Anyway, so that is my base done. And I'm just going to use this Bye Bye Pause, which was in this book. Because actually, I found I never ever use filters on any of my photos on Instagram, right? Because I just think if you do that, you're cheating yourself more than anyone else. But the other day, I just thought, wow, I look like I've got a filter on my skin. And actually, it wasn't. It was this. It was the Bye Bye Pause. So it's made me want to use it now. So I just put some of that on to set all of this. And I just put some on my face first. I need to get a little... Can you see how it just... Where I've got the pores, don't know if you can see them here, but if you... It is really good. Bye Bye Pause. Bye Bye Nose Pause. It's really good at blurring out the thing, and I've only got it in this little book, so I'll probably be using this up. Since no one speaks Hungarian, I have to speak languages. Oh, Primissima! Oh, runny yuck, I'm getting so carried away. Well, maybe you can teach us a hello in Hungarian, and I'll try and say it, Primissima, because I'd like to try. Hello, Jane Emma, 1967. I'm going to wave. If you teach us how to say hello in Hungarian, I will give it a go. Just write it phonetically for me, and I will say hello to you in Hungarian. And here's Jack come to say hello. So that's Bye Bye Pause. And in this set, I'm going to... Jack, could you pass me my brushes, please? From there. In that purple pot. Yes, please. No, the purple pot, the brushes, darling. The brushes. Yay. Thank you. Where's my other ones? Where's my other ones? I had 2 little pots. Where's the other pots? Oh yeah, please. Do you see what I mean? That Bye Bye Pause is lovely. But it doesn't make you look too matte either. I'm loving that at the moment. I just need to put some... I am going to set under my eyes. I try not to, but at the moment, because my eyes are watering, it just sets it in place a bit more. But normally I try to avoid it. Right, and I'm going to use today, let me just put some of this, I'm running away with myself. I'm going to use that new palette that I got from Iconic. And by the way, talking of t-shirts, Jack's got his Chelsea one on, and I have got my Ali M's Beauty one on.
Why did you tell them?
Why did I tell them? Because you're a Chelsea supporter. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Except for the fact that I don't really like watching football.
No, you don't like watching football, but you like supporting the team, don't you?
No, I like playing football.
Oh, come on, where's my sculpt brush gone? Oh, I'll have to make do with my blush brush squeezed together. Because there's nothing worse when you're watching a live. I'm just going to use this Bye Bye Pause as a sculptor. Because I have plans for my bronzer. Whoops. And again, this isn't going to highlight any pores either, or any... So I'm getting a bit of a fan of this set at the moment. I'm not particularly... This set I got at Christmas, let me just show you. So it's got everything in it. It's got your Bye Bye under eye in 3 different shades. It's looking a bit grubby, sorry, because I'm using it a lot. And it came in this little book like this, It Girl. And it's got a Bye Bye bronzer, Bye Bye powder. Then it's got the blush, the lip glosses, which to be honest aren't brilliant. The highlighter's lovely. The blush is lovely, and it's a full size of Je ne sais quoi for my French friend. And then it's got some eyeshadows, which are okay. They're not super duper, but they're not bad. And it's got a brow product, and it's got a black eyeliner, which is superb. It's a powder one, and a eye base. So it's got pretty much everything apart from mascara. But I've been using it a lot the last couple of days, and I just want to use this Je ne sais quoi blush because it's quite nice. And I think this is supposed to be similar to NARS Orgasm, although I don't own NARS Orgasm. So it's got sort of got a gradient, graduated thing, so it sort of gives you a little bit of a highlight as well. And then I will use the highlighter at the top. I know I'm doing everything in a different way around today, but as I've got this out, I might as well do it. And then I'm going to use my Physicians Formula, which took 3 weeks to arrive from the States. But I love it, and I love the smell of it. And incidentally, there is a sort of eau de... It's not an eau de toilette. It's a kind of water spray with scent in it. I suppose it is an eau de toilette. Just come out. And I got one on the counter at Marks and Spencer's that smells very like this. The sort of coconutty summer smell. And it's by Nooks. And it says new summer fragrance. You must try it. It's lovely. I'm just going to put some of this bronzer on to warm up my complexion. And what I love is, even though this is a powder, it doesn't look like a powder on the skin. It's so buttery. I think butter is a good description. That it just doesn't look like you put powder on the skin. It gives you a nice glow. It's very flattering. And it doesn't... You just got to be careful with your shades because they all come up quite light. If you're very dark skinned, you're not going to find one dark enough. This is the second darkest. But it's got a lovely creamy texture to it. I'm just going to put a bit more over my nose. And what I tend to do sometimes, look at that. Oh, I didn't set my eyes, did I? I didn't set the top of my eyes. Hang on. Just putting some of that powder. That always happens because I've got such hooded lids. What I often do with my bronzer is I just take some on my bronzing brush, squeeze the brush. It might be too much, and just do that. Just to help. Sometimes that's all I do if I'm in a rush. Just a really quick tip if you're flying out the door. Then put some highlighter on your lids with your finger. You all right there, honey? But it just starts off your transition shade. Really quick tip. Okay, now I'm going to use this new palette that I got, which is by Iconic. And actually got to get one other thing. Jack, would you mind getting me one other thing, please? Thank you, honey. He's a good assistant. You see at the top there, in that white box, no, the white box, the white thing in the middle, first shelf, that white thing. Look, yes. No, don't pull it out. It's just right at the front, there's a white box with, that's it. Thank you. Cheers. Right. Now, I did a get ready with me yesterday, and I wanted to incorporate this eyeshadow, which is called, it's a cream eyeshadow, and it's called the Chrome Flash Eye Pot. And I'm just going to show it you on here, on my hand. And this one is it's called Eclipse, and this is by Iconic. Very, very pigmented. Look at that. And it reminds me of Eyes to Mesmerise by Charlotte Tilbury in terms of the shimmer and everything. But it actually sets down really, really quickly. So it's slightly different to Charlotte's, because Charlotte's are sometimes used as a base. You can't actually use this as a base because it dries too quickly. And so it doesn't help anything cling to it because it dries really, really quickly. But I'll just let that dry for a minute, and then I'll do that, and you'll see what I mean. But it once it's dried down, nothing's going to stick to it. That's the only thing. So it's one that you'd use more as a topper. It's got a switch too. It's got a what? It's got a switch too. It's got a switch. Sorry, Shoshana, I don't understand. It's got a switch too. Swatch? What's got a switch? Oops. I'm dropping everything now. So I thought today, while I'm waiting for Shoshana to reply, because I don't understand. Je ne comprends pas, Shoshana. And did, Primissima didn't show us how to say hello in Hungarian yet. Colour swatch, sorry. I think you mean swatch. That's fine. So I thought today I'd do a purple look so that I can incorporate this on the lid. So let's get going. So I'm going to use... I need something for my transition first. Well, I've already got a bit of a transition, haven't I, with that? What have I got there? With that, a hair that doesn't want to come off my lid. Well done. Come on. Go away. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to use Sunkissed. which is here. So this is the palette by Iconic, and I think it just came out in the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to do a purpley look. Oh, it changes as you tilt your hand. Yeah. So I'll go in with Sunkissed, which I know is a bit warm, but just to help me transition down to something a lot cooler. And apologies if anyone was paying real attention yesterday. In my Get Ready With Me, I showed you, at one point, I showed you the wrong shadow before I went in with it. But it's at the end, and you just listen to what I say it is rather than what I showed you at the beginning. It only happened once. It was when I was doing my lid, and I said that I was using this one, and actually I was using this one up here. So apologies for that. Right, let's get on with this, because I know I've got an hour, haven't I? So there's my transition, and then I'm going to go in. I want this to be quite cool, so I'm going to use ultraviolet, see how that works. So I've got a little bit of shimmer, but I think I'll get away with it. And that's why I put my purple headband on today. You wanted to say SZIA, Asia. Oh, right, okay. So you say, now, how do you pronounce that? So, is it like Jack's got a friend called Sajan, and his name is spelled SZIA. So is it
also correct changes it to Asian?
Yes. So is it Zaja? Is it Zaja? Sia? Saya? Saya? Sia? Or Saja? Sia? Saya? Is it Saya or Sia? Is it Sai as in sigh? Or is it C as in the Spanish for yes? So I'm just building this up. These are pretty, as in the Spanish, yes. Ah, Sia. Okay, I'll remember that, Primisa. Sia. Now, in Liverpool, or here actually, but especially in Liverpool, people would go see ya if they were leaving you. It's like see you. See ya. So I'll remember that, because it, but actually here, if you said see ya, people would think you were saying goodbye. See you soon. You're watching a Hungarian TV show in the US, actually. Ooh, what's that called? Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of purple underneath. I'm going to build up that purple in the corner. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this purple underneath. Ooh, look at that. That's applied really pigmented. Let's actually use that brush and see if I can build that up. Why did that? It must have been that my eyes are watering. Yeah, I definitely want it darker in the corner. Golden Life. I'm going to take All Nighter, which is this one at the top, and try this because I really want to define the socket. That's better. That's what I want, to blend it out and define the socket, because my eyes are really puffy at the moment. I think because my eyes are watering, some of them are not blending very easily. I'm just using my fingers to help. I might need to blend that out with another shadow, I think. Bless you, darling. Let's see if this one... Yeah, I think it was because the other one's been watering quite a bit. It didn't blend out quite as well. But no matter, I'll just take some of this. I'll take some of this Summer Loving. That'll blend it out a bit. If you ever have difficulty blending out a dark shadow, take a kind of transition-y skin coloured shade and use it to blend it out, and it should work. Right, and then I'm just going to now I might put something on my lids to go underneath, but this is quite what's the word, opaque, so I don't think you're going to see much underneath it all, but I will put something under just to see if it works. Let's put on, this might cover it completely, but I'm just going to put some of this Ibiza Nights underneath to see if it shows through, but I think it won't because I tried this yesterday. But if it does, it will give a bit more pinkness to it. Right, and here we go with the bit you've been waiting for, and I'm going to put it on with a brush, I think, with a flat brush, sort of a smallish flat brush. Now this is it. Just going to go easy. So I meant to show you, by the way, look. Once it's dry, it's dry. It ain't budging. So it's no good as a primer. It's more a topper. Whereas with Charlotte's, because it doesn't dry down completely, Charlotte's one you can use as a primer as well. But this one is good if you're a hoodie, because hopefully it's not going to transfer. Once it's dry, hopefully it won't transfer onto the upper eyelid. Come on. So it's a bit like a jelly texture. Now I'm going to keep my brows raised so that I don't get it on my, until it dry, to give it a chance to dry, so that I don't get it on my am I going to try other colours? I'm going to see, Shoshana. I want to, actually, this is the first time I've worn this on my lids, so I want to see what it looks like. The only thing that I worry about is I love the fact that it does dry down and it sets and it doesn't budge, But the thing about that I worry a bit about is that it might actually dry down and make crepey lids look a bit crepier. That's the downside of it drying down. So I just want to see. So once I've worn this for a couple of days, I might, if I like it, then yes, the answer's yes. But I just want, jury's out at the moment until I've tried it a bit. It is very pretty. I just want to make sure that it doesn't, and also that it doesn't irritate my lids, because if it dries down that well, there is a chance it could make your eyelids feel a bit tight. I think it's perfect if you're, and you know me, I don't like talking about age and stuff, but if you've got kind of under 30 lids that are tight anyway, then you don't have to worry about that. But if your lids are a little bit slacker, I'm viewing it with a little bit of caution. Do you see what I mean? Because it dries down. See, when I put on Eyes to Mesmerise, it actually, because it's so moisturising, it actually doesn't accentuate my crepey lids. But I'm not sure about this, whether it does, because it's so good at drying, because it sets so well. I'm not sure. What do you think? I don't mind. You can be brutally honest with me, Shoshana. I'm not sure. This is more like a paint, I would say, than a cream. Do you see what I'm getting at? I'm just not sure. Let's get my mascara on. Can you see? If I pull out my lids for a minute, as though I'm 20 years old, yeah, it looks great. Look at that. Lovely sheen, lovely shimmer. Probably shouldn't do that for too long. If I let go, can you see how I'm a bit afraid that it might just accentuate that slack skin a bit? Whereas Charlotte's doesn't do that, because it's more moisturising, but the payoff with it being more moisturising is that it won't set as well. So, you know, to get something that's going to set like that and be moisturising is probably impossible. So I can see what the problem is. I'm just going to put a little bit of Tequila Sun, no, that Ibiza Nights that I put underneath. I'm going to put a bit of that underneath here. Not sure. Let me know your thoughts. This might be going to my niece as well. My niece is going to get lucky, because everything looks good on her eyelids. And then I'm going to go in with Seashells and highlight my upper lid. How am I doing for time? It doesn't tell you until you're nearly out of time that you're out of time. Right, let's get some black mascara on and some black. Let's try this one actually. Instead of the black that I used yesterday, let me try and just stamp this instead. This very dark purple that I used. Let me try and stamp that across my... I'm just trying to find a good brush to do it with. Let me do it with this one. This is a Real Techniques liner brush, so it won't be as much stamping, but... I might need to wet this. Maybe not. This brush is really good, by the way, if you've got hooded lids and you want to tuck in that liner as close to your lash line as possible. And it was in a set that I got for Christmas, and it's Real Techniques fine liner brush. I love your comment, Shoshana. Tight lids are for amateurs.
Amateurs.
Yeah. And then I'll just take a little bit of a... This is where I have to remember to relax my lids so that... If you're going to do a tiny flick and you do it like that, if you relax your lids, you can see it, like, see how it drops? So always remember, if you're going to do a little flick, to relax your lids first if you've got hooded lids, and then flick it up. Because if you don't, you will see, if I lift that now, that looks far, that doesn't look like a flick. That looks like I've got a straight line going up to there. But once I relax, it doesn't look bad at all. So, just a little tip. I'm not going to do a huge flick. Just a suggestion of one that could almost be another eyelash. Right, now, some mascara. I'll go in with my MAC Upward Lash, my favourite. And then I will do some lipstick, and I might put a bit of... I feel like I need a bit more colour in my cheeks. So I'm going to put some Daniel Sandler. And I know I've put powder on, but I think I can make it work. We shall see. I think once you got your mascara on, it's not too bad. But I think this definitely would look better on a firmer lid than mine. So I'm not sure I'm going to be getting any more. 1 second. Yes. Yeah, but it's not until I finish because I started a bit afterwards. But don't worry, I'm not going to be on for too much longer, darling. So that is my mascara. I haven't done my brows either. I might do my brows afterwards because I want to finish off this look, and then I will put a picture. If you go onto YouTube later on, I will put a picture of the finished look, and I'll put it on Instagram as well. So what I wanted to use for today, she says, and has lost it. No, I can't have done. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, come on, come on. I put them on the table. Where did I put them? There they are. I think I want to use Electric Poppy on my lips, which is this one. But the other one I picked up was Lost Cherry. That's Lost Cherry. That's Electric Poppy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in for Electric Poppy. Nice and bright. So, let me get a lip liner. I'm really digging bright lipsticks at the moment. Let's use, this one looks like it might work. Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love lip cheat. Good, you're sharpened. Do you know, as I'm looking at that eyeshadow now, do you know what I want to do? Put some blue in the lower waterline. If I don't get time to do that, I will do it for the final photo. And then I'm going to put on Electric Poppy. And then I'm just going to finish off with a couple of Daniel Sandler. Hopefully it'll be okay. I normally don't put Daniel Sandler blushes over powder, but I think that powder's had enough chance to sink in. What was that, Jack? Something came through the door. Right, I'm not going to put too much. I might put a pop of pink, but the rest of it I'm going to put peach, because I'm not a fan of going too over the top. If you've done that kind of thing.
It has begun.
Ah, that's a very early birthday card.
Yeah, my birthday's only on the 11th of June.
Someone's got a bit confused, I think. Right,
Still do not.
I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Gentle.
Whose handwriting do you think it is?
I think it might be Nanny Teresa's.
Yeah, I was guessing that as well.
So Gentle is quite a matte peach. And just, when I put purple eyeshadow on, I think if you start going in massively with pinks on your cheek, it looks too much. So I like to go for a peach blush. So that's Gentle. And I often use Gentle as well to help colour correct, because it's a matte peach. It's really good at covering up this hyperpigmentation on the cheeks, and you can mix it with a concealer and make your own colour corrector. Now, I hope I haven't seen any comments for a while. I hope I haven't lost signal or anything, and I'm sitting talking to myself. Right, just put that lid on, and then I'm going to go in with a little pop of pink just in the centre of my cheeks using acid, if I can find it. Could somebody, if I'm still rolling, could somebody just press some kind of emoticon so that I know that you can still see me? Yeah, oh, thank you. I thought you all gone so quiet that I thought maybe I'd lost signal, and that I was talking to myself. That's fine. I'm just going to use a pop of acid. This is acid, by the way. Just in the centre of my cheeks. A tiny pop. Not too much. There you go. And with what's the tiniest bit left over on my finger, I always do that. So that is that. Now, I did say, didn't I, blue waterline. Let me see if I can get a blue pencil quickly before the meter runs out, as they say. No, I'm just talking in code. Nonsense, yeah, absolutely, Jack. Where's my blue Daniel Sandler liner? Can't find Daniel's blue, but oh, hang on. Or can I? Yes. Here we go. This one is Aqua Velvet. That will do. Just fancy putting that in my lower waterline. Because it always goes so nicely with a purple look. Just cleaning the end off a minute because it looks a bit like it needed it. Just helps the eyes pop a bit.
For my birthday or open it now, Mum?
It's up to you, darling. What do you want to do? Keep it or? You're in the office working hard.
Let your comments decide.
Jack wants to know. He wants you to decide. His birthday's on the 11th of June. He's just received a card. Should he open it or keep it for his birthday?
Or never open it, I'm kidding.
No. There you go. That's the finished look. I will take a photograph. I'll see what people have got to say about Jack. Jack wants you to decide, everyone. Should he open his card or save it for his birthday on the 11th of June? Let me put some more mascara on while people are answering, because I think I need a little bit more before I get cut off. What are they saying? Anybody said open it?
Yes.
There you go. Open it. They're all telling you to open it. Who's it from? Nanny Teresa.
Oh, look.
Money?
I'm guessing it's... Happy birthday, Jack. I hope you...
Who's it? Who is it from?
Gemma.
Gemma. Ah. Thank you, Gemma, if you're watching.
I'm pretty sure it says Gemma.
No. Hang on. Irene. Is it? Hang on.
Gemma, so...
Nan. Hope you have a lovely time. Lots of love, Nan.
How does that say Nan?
At the bottom. That's time you're reading. That's time you're reading.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. Right, let me just finish off. As we've still not run out of time.
I was guessing it was Nan because she gave me another check, just like last year.
Oh, right. We'll keep that safe because I'll have to go and cash that for you.
25,000.
I'm just quickly doing my brows with this pen.
How comes I don't get a cash in the 200 one, but I get a cash in the 25 one? Does it say 25? It says 25-00.
Right, it's now saying I've got 2 minutes remaining. So I will say goodbye to you all while Jack talks about his check. And I will post this later on YouTube. And I will post a picture of the finished look on Instagram as well. So thank you all for joining me. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you all very, very soon.
What is
Take care. Love you all. Bye.